You're strong.
Hello, my name's Aloy Royal, and today we're going to be talking about the race for top 4 in the English Premier League. So, why do teams want to get in the top 4? Well, it guarantees them into a competition called the Champions League, and that's an amazing competition where all the best teams in Europe fight head to head to see who will win. So who's actually in this race then? For me, it's Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United, Newcastle and Brighton. First of all, let's start with Chelsea. Chelsea spent £323 million in the transfer window, which broke the English record out the park. And a signing like Enzo Fernandez,
here we go,
could definitely help them out, as well as bringing in 8 new faces, which is absolutely astounding. But Chelsea have been a bit lacklustre under Graham Potter this season, and maybe these new signings and this new midfielder Enzo Fernandez, who I think is world class, will definitely brighten up their play and hopefully guarantee them top 4. Now then, let's move on to Liverpool. Liverpool have had a very lacklustre season so far and haven't really made any moves in the transfer window when they really needed to sign a midfielder. But for Jurgen Klopp, I think it's
time to go!
But who knows, maybe we could see a different side to Liverpool in the second half of the season, and maybe, and just maybe, they could push that top 4. Now moving on to my personal favourite of the bunch, it's Brighton. Brighton are an absolutely class team with an absolutely class manager, and Matoma on the wing is an absolutely immense player. I guess you could say they Brighton at my day.
Boring!
Now then, let's talk about the Red Devils, Manchester United. I think Manchester United have had a decent transfer window, but I do think bringing in Marcel Sabitzer is a little bit of a panic buy. I think because Eriksen got injured by, Andy Carroll, I think Sabitzer is kind of there to replace him. But I don't think it's a bad signing at all. I really think that Sabitzer could be something. But it's a little bit of a panic buy there from Erik ten Hag, I can't lie. But I do see Manchester United retaining that third place position and staying in that top 4. Now then, let's move on to Newcastle, and first of all, we got to talk about Eddie Howe. He's an amazing manager and he's done the flip job of the century. Last season, under Steve Bruce, Newcastle were facing a relegation fight. The new owners, Eddie Howe, took over. They're one of the best teams in England, and Newcastle haven't conceded much at all this season either. But Anthony Gordon for 40 million is a little bit pricey, and I do think Newcastle could have done a lot more with that money, but I still maybe kind of see them dropping off a little bit. I'm not going to say they don't get top 4, but it's going to be a very difficult season for Newcastle. Now then, let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur. Let's be honest, I don't know what Antonio Conte has done with Jed Spence. Probably sent him to prison or something. But, I think Pedro Porro, amazing signing, really good business there from Tottenham. Although Daniel Levy was negotiating for 2 million to be knocked off, which is a little bit petty. But, Daniel Levy isn't the best owner anyway, as far as I've been told by many Tottenham fans. But I do think it's going to be a difficult season for Tottenham. Antonio Conte's style of football is a little bit slow and a little bit boring to watch, because I've seen a couple of Tottenham games myself, and they're not the most exciting to commentate on if you've seen any of the live streams. But I don't see Tottenham getting top 4. I'm sorry, Spurs fans, but I do think they're just going to stay in that 5th position. Well, do you agree with my points? If not, let me know in the comments below. And as always, stay loyal.